I'm Bernard, better known as the B-Man, and I have been playing golf for over 3.5 decades. I've learned a few tips and techniques along the way that I'd like to share with you. But first, let me ask you a question. If there were a way for you to no longer feel so frustrated at the end of your round till when you got home you want to hang your clubs up, would you want to know how? If there was a way for your scorecard, which I know looks a lot like this, could look a lot more like that, would you want to know how? If there was a way for you to totally understand and key into the lesson you just took with total understanding, would you want to know how? Because what I have for you are 8 solid techniques that you can practice in your backyard for just 30 minutes a day. That's all, just 30 minutes a day. Just like your favorite athletes do. Oh, on their own, they're great, they're fabulous. So it doesn't matter if you're a beginner, intermediate player, even an advanced player. Without practicing your technique, it won't last. There's not enough gimmicks out there for you to purchase to fix your golf game. You have to practice your technique. I want you to just listen and do.
Go to golftechniquesforyou.com. That's golftechniques, the number 4, the letter U.com.
From the Sunshine State, this is Tampa Bay's Tan Talk.
Bill, another show.
Hey, and a great one. We got a new voice coming on today. We're going to start up with one of our national sponsors with 12 Strike is Greg Pasidora. Then we're going to find out about what's happening with bowling this month with Bill Sempsrott, and then a USBC update with Matt Cannizzaro.
Fantastic. Let's start the show. Eight-pin.
Let's go bowling!
Welcome to the Let's Go Bowling Show, heard every Wednesday on the Tan Talk Radio Network. GoBowlingShow.com is the website. I'd like to welcome in Bill Zubin, the Let's Go Bowling Go Coach.
Hey, great to be here. Hey, I just posted on Facebook, and I'd like to thank Jeff Riggles, just reposted to let all of his blog people know what's going on with the show today. And he did change it to Central Time because he's up in that neck of the woods.
Fantastic. Well, let's go to the phone lines to one of our national sponsors, and it's Greg with 12 Strike. 12 Strike. Greg, how you doing?
Good morning. I'm doing well. How are you guys?
Fantastic. Where are you from now? I mean, where you're located at?
I actually live in a little town northwest of St. Louis, Missouri called Moscow Mills.
Okay. I thought you were out in California.
Well, 12 Strike is based in Long Beach, California. That's where they've been for,
Yes.
since they started. But I live in the Midwest.
Okay.
Which makes it better, quite honestly, because I can go north, south, east, and west easily, where when you're down in the lower left corner, air travel's air travel, but it's easier. Plus, a lot of the action that we have is in the Midwest.
Yeah, I mean, you get the bowling metropolises, Chicago, Detroit, St. Louis,
Sure.
all those areas like that. So, yeah.
That's correct. So it works out really well for everybody.
So, what's new and exciting with 12 Strike?
Well, I guess the number one exciting news is 2014. 12 Strike is celebrating their 25th year in business.
Yes,
Wow.
Congratulations.
Yeah, that's a big deal for Ron and Susie. They ought to be very hooray! They ought to be very proud. They've been servicing their customers for 25 years, and things are going well.
Yes, I was talking to Susie yesterday and congratulated her, and as busy as always, and that's good. Everything's going really well.
It really is. I mean, you look at companies come and go in the bowling industry, and to have staying power and longevity is quite a feat and an honor. And so they should be very proud.
So, well, congratulations again on that. But anything new coming out? I know kind of bowling evolves rather slowly at times. But
True. That's true. Well, what we're doing this year, we already have several contracts earmarked for installation this summer. We've already actually done one in Oklahoma last month. This winter has been it was a very unusual winter for everybody, and it kind of slowed things down a little bit. But as soon as the weather started to break, the phone started to ring. and we've been on it, pretty hot and heavy here for the last 30 days, for sure. The thing that we're doing for celebrating the 25th anniversary is we are extending a warranty from a 2-year, which is standard in our industry when you buy a new system, to 3 years. And anybody who invests with 12 Strike will get a 3-year bumper-to-bumper warranty, which is a nice gift to our customers.
That's huge.
Whether it's an existing customer upgrading or somebody coming on board with the 12 Strike family.
That's huge, Bill, and you know that in the industry, anybody that owns a center.
Yeah, because you see the destruction that some of these so-called bowlers do out there to the equipment. Having that extended, 50% longer extended warranty has got to be a great thing.
It is a good thing, and it covers the hardware and the software now. And because Ron also owns a metal fabricating business, he manufactures all of the pedestals that 12 Strikes provides, and in fact, they're custom. So when a customer orders from 12 Strike, they can basically help Ron design the pedestal that they want. So it's unique. It's not a standard cookie cutter type of situation. It's kind of unique, actually.
Yeah, so that way if they want to...
it's very convenient for the customer, and the customer can be involved in designing their automatic scoring system.
Yeah, so it can tie in with maybe their decor already, rather than this is what we got, this is what you're going to get.
Exactly, and it doesn't take up a lot of space, which provides more room in the bowler area for the bowlers, and that's especially in older centers that were built in the 70s or even the 60s. The bowler area wasn't exactly, it was like 9 feet, not real big. And so the idea is to make a small footprint as possible down there, but provide high service and easy to operate for the bowler, and the graphics and the fun that comes with that.
Yeah, because there were some of the centers you couldn't get between the scoring table and the ball return. You just had to walk around everything in order to get up the ball.
Yeah, those were the days. Another thing I'd like to mention is that last fall I had the privilege of signing a contract with Hall of Fame bowler Ray Bluth.
Wow.
I remember that picture.
Yeah, he owns a center with his son Michael in Crestwood, Missouri, and I had the opportunity to sign them to a contract. And Ray and Michael are going to be in this coming issue with Bowling Magazine as a testimonial ad for 12 Strike. So that's a big deal, an honor because of Ray. And Ray, take the bowling away, he's one of the nicest, most honest guys I've ever met, period, anywhere. He's just a great guy.
Yeah,
he's over 80 years old, still golfs, very active.
Yeah, we had him on shortly after Don Carter's death, realizing he's him and Bill Lillard are the last of the Budweiser bowlers.
Correct. That's right.
So here it is. We're almost April. Most of the league seasons will be done in May. Bowling proprietors will be looking at hopefully doing some renovations over the summer. So what would probably be one of the quicker, inexpensive fixes that should be a must-have for a proprietor this summer? Well,
one of the things that's happened over the last few years when it comes to automatic scoring and the electronics part of the business of bowling are the overheads, the CRTs, the big TVs that don't, they're older, they're not quite as clear. Maybe the color, the tint and the color doesn't quite come in the spec like they were when they were new. Those are coming down. If the proprietor doesn't want to upgrade their scoring completely, they change out into those LCDs the CRTs to LCDs or LEDs. 12 Strike provides that service. We can provide that service if somebody wants that, or the scoring itself, and then you can tie in. It depends on the size of the center, but you can customize your scoring system by how many units, point-of-sale terminals or front desk systems. Sometimes centers that have over 24 lanes, like they have 2 front desk systems, for convenience if they're busy. One can be downloading scores, maybe leagues. One can be opening lanes for open bowlers and things like that. And then one of the nice things about Ron Richmond and I'm not 100% for sure, but I believe he's carrying on the legacy of his father, is he provides the back office where the manager can download all the business of the day. He provides that software free. There is no charge for that, or our competitors charge for that. We do not. As long as you have a desktop that is driven by Windows Pro or Windows 7, we give you the software for that. So that's a pretty nice service.
Yeah.
By 12 Strike.
Definitely, that is.
And the other thing I'd like to mention too, with Ron and keeping in tune of the 25th anniversary, which is the theme 12 Strike will be going through this year, is that we have a lot of centers out there that have the older system, the DOS system, and to this day, if say you bought a bowling, automatic scoring from 12 Strike in 1997. And something happened, you needed help about something. It wasn't about buying something. It was about helping to do something, fine-tune a camera or whatever. 12 Strike provides that service free of charge to this day for all their systems. And Ron says, as long as I own the company, that's what we're going to continue to do. So the service part of 12 Strike, when you look at scoring and you look at the different options out there, and we all keep score, let's be honest. We all have our unique features and benefits, but a benefit to me, if I was buying a center, is I would certainly look at the service that's provided by the company. And Ron, watching him in action and his tech guys bend over backwards for the customer. And I'm not just saying that because I'm talking to you guys. That's really the truth.
Yeah, because you look at some of the major software companies, after a year or two, they don't want to have anything to do with an older system.
Well, time marches on, and it's about you go buy a cell phone, and then a year later you go back in. They go, when did you get this? We got it last year. Well, we don't even sell this anymore.
Yeah.
The technology is moving fast, and Ron believes and Susie believe that you invest with 12 Strike, you're part of the family. It is a family business, so that's the way they approach it, and that's one of the reasons why they're successful.
Right. Now, with the decrease in league bowlers, proprietors are also always looking for incremental income. We've just had a recent restaurant/bar open by Evan Longoria called Duckies, and they have these little duck pin lanes. So there's another feature that you guys offer is these pins on strings.
We do. Last year at Bowl Expo, we had a mini lane in our booth. This year, we plan on doing the same. And last year, we called it the baby lane. It was only 22 feet long. Now, if you really think about that, the lane between the foul lane and the head pin and 10-pin traditional, or duck pin, or candle pin, is 60 feet. Where this whole entire setup from the ball release to the pin was, for the back of the pin spot setter, I should say, is 22 feet. And the return on investment is relatively quick in a small footprint in your bowling center. It can also, what I like about this, guys, is that it can be installed anywhere, not just a home. And we do, we're getting more and more home business and inquiries, but it can be put in sports bars. It can be put in hotels, apartment complexes, we're doing a senior community later on this summer. We've been in touch with cruise lines. So some of the companies in the bowling industry have put lanes on cruise ships. So we're looking and talking to them about the mini lane. So that's another avenue to not only for our business, of course, but it also promotes bowling. When people are bowling like that in an apartment complex or a sports bar, they're saying the word bowling. They're bowling. So next time they drive by their 10-pin bowling center, their FEC or what have you, they may be so inclined to go and say, hey, that's a lot of fun. And that's what people need to be reminded. I just read that almost 70 million people bowled at least one game last year, and that's what we need to do is we need to continue to remind people how much fun bowling is.
And that's more than all the attendance for all the ballparks for Major League Baseball?
It's amazing. It really is. It's
Yeah.
amazing.
Now, also they have Splitsville. Now, that would fit right in with them. They would really cut their costs down.
Yeah, it would. Because that's not a league environment. You can't have a tournament or a sanctioned league or with the USBC with string pins tied by string to the pin setter. So as far as open play goes, fun parties and things like that, it's a less expensive way for a bowling center to invest in a string machine, even in a 10-pin machine, to keep their costs down, to keep the noise down. The maintenance would be less, of course. So that some of them are going by way of the string machine. And some of the boutique centers that are being built today are using string machines.
And I'm surprised more colleges don't get involved in it.
Yeah, University of Nebraska is
right.
the first. They actually have the string machine out there, and they practice on that. And when they have their tournaments, they go to a local center for a home meet, but they do practice on strings. And having the string tied to the pin does not, alter the pin. What they're trying to do as far as practice, day-to-day practice. So it's a unique concept that's really caught on, not just catching, but has caught on in bowling. And of course, we use it on our mini lane. And the scoring tied to the mini lane, we can have redemption. So not only can the kids bowl or people bowl in an FEC environment, they can redeem tickets to win the prizes they want to pick out and so forth. So it's a win-win for mini lane and the 12-strike scoring.
Well, Greg, listen, we appreciate you coming on, and we're looking forward to seeing you at Bowl Expo here in a few months.
Yeah, we're at booth, if I may mention, 759. We're going to have some surprises in the booth.
Okay.
We're going to have a celebration in the booth, so we want everybody to come to Bowl Expo and be sure to stop by. We're going to be right in the middle of the trade show floor this year, and very exciting times. Okay, well, we'll see you. Say hi to everybody, and we can't wait. Yep. Us too. Take care. I appreciate you having us on.
All right, thanks a lot, Greg. Bye.
All right, let's take a quick break. We'll be right back.
Innovative ball spinners are the best quality spinners on the market and are sold at the lowest price in the world. These 1/3 and 1/2 horsepower motors are the best in the business, and each purchase comes with a 32-page manual as well as a DVD. Talk about value. Our spinners are smooth, quiet, and will not shake or wobble like other ball spinners. They are totally portable, so you can easily take them with you to tournaments. If you mention the Go Bowling Show when placing your order, you will receive a Surface Starter Kit free. That's a $24.95 value for free. The kit includes 6 different grits of sandpaper, maroon and gray Scotch-Brite pads, 8-ounce polish, 8-ounce compound, 8-ounce cleaner, and a towel. Everything you need to resurface and adjust plenty of bowling balls. There are many benefits to owning your own ball spinner. Saving money by extending the life of the bowling ball. You can add new balls to your arsenal instead of replacing old ones. You will be able to adjust the surface of the ball to match any lane condition. Order today online at innovativeballspinner.com or call toll-free 1-800-226-5891. innovativeballspinner.com.
The Monogram House is located at 5422 Main Street in downtown Newport Richey, and their phone number is 727-845-1578. Come in, and their friendly staff can help you with any of your needs. Bowling shirts, polos, for golf, or any event that you might be participating in. They do it all. Embroidery, screen printing, custom logos, and promotional items. Bowling season is coming up. Their hours are Monday through Friday, 8 till 5 p.m. That's the Monogram House at 727-845-1578.
New national sponsor for the Let's Go Bowling Show, Motion Pro. Motion analysis software for all sports. And the website is motionprosoftware.com. What does the Motion Pro software do? Motion Pro has the software for the average bowler or coach, and it can track axis tilt rotation feature, lesson creator for coaches that add voice and videos that can burn to DVD, new email features directly from Motion Pro, used by Norm Duke and Next Level Bowling. You can overlay 2 videos at one time, review videos side by side, free updates for life, pay once, use forever. One of the best softwares that's in the market. And also they have Mac version. You can check them out, reasonably priced. Go to motionprosoftware.com, and you can always call them at 1-888-407-9665. Motion Pro.
Have you been injured in an accident? If so, before you settle your claim, it is important you know your legal rights. I'm Jim Magazine of the law firm of Lucas, Green & Magazine. And at our firm, we believe in working closely with our clients. This means you will receive personal attention. When you call, you will speak directly to an attorney who can answer your questions. With offices in Newport Richey and Clearwater, we have more than 50 years of legal experience working for you. Call us day or night, toll free, 1-800-4INJURY. The Lucas Green Magazine, your personal injury team.
I'm in Bernard, better known as the B-Man, and I have been playing golf for over 3.5 decades. I've learned a few tips and techniques along the way that I'd like to share with you. But first, let me ask you a question. If there were a way for you to no longer feel so frustrated at the end of your round so when you got home you want to hang your clubs up, would you want to know how? If there was a way for your scorecard, which I know looks a lot like this, could look a lot more like that, would you want to know how? If there was a way for you to totally understand and key into the lesson you just took with total understanding, would you want to know how? Because what I have for you are 8 solid techniques that you can practice in your backyard for just 30 minutes a day. That's all, just 30 minutes a day, just like your favorite athletes do. Oh, on their own, they're great, they're fabulous. So it doesn't matter if you're a beginner, intermediate player, even an advanced player. Without practicing your technique, it won't last. There's not enough gimmicks out there for you to purchase to fix your golf game. You have to practice your technique. I want you to just listen and do.
Go to golftechniquesforyou.com. That's golftechniques, the number 4, the letter U.com.
Bringing a new beginning to bowling is Lordfield Bowling's mission right now. So, as the new guy on the block, Lordfield's quickly gaining recognition throughout the country through its ball test being done by Bowling This Month and Bowler's Journal. So you can check out the entire line of Lordfield equipment and accessories on the web at lordfield.com. And if you've got additional questions, need more information, you can call Tony Martin at 916-476-9542. And remember that Lordfield is changing bowling one bowler at a time.
Hi, this is Bill Harold, and I write a bowling column for Examiner.com. And when I'm writing about bowling, I certainly like to consider the Let's Go Bowling radio show.
I'm walking, yes indeed, I'm talking, about you and me, I'm hoping that you come back to me. I'm lonely, yes I do.
Your next guest was walking in the snow yesterday.
Fantastic. Welcome back to Let's Go Bowling. And Bill, now we're going to go out to the phone lines too.
Yeah, you are probably wondering, what would a probabilistic methods lead engineer at GE Aviation have to do with bowling? Well, we're going to find out. So we're going to run up to Cincinnati. Little great weather up there too this time of year with Bill Sempsrott, and he's going to tell us what's new with bowling this month.
Bill, welcome to Let's Go Bowling.
Hey, Bill. Hey, thanks for having me. I'm excited to be here. Appreciate the invite.
Hey, I was kind of shocked. I would heard the rumors of the online version coming back, and I got a little lead into the new website and saw your name, and here we are. So what's going on with bowling this month?
Well, Bill, the rumors are true. I am currently in the process of trying to resurrect Bowling This Month. I think as a lot of your listeners probably know, Bowling This Month has been around for nearly 20 years as a print magazine, and it recently, late last year, unfortunately, had to cease being published due to financial difficulties, I guess, that are facing a lot of people, not only in the print magazine industry, but I guess also the bowling industry. So yeah, I'm currently in the process of trying to bring it back to life as an internet-based online magazine.
So now I guess you're managing to corral back all of the writers, and you're doing this with Arlene's permission, at least anyway, right?
Yeah, so, back when I heard the news, I guess this was probably around, I want to say October of last year, that Bowling This Month was going to close up shop. I contacted Elaine somewhat randomly, sent her an email, asked her if she, had considered the possibility of trying to let someone else acquire the right to use the Bowling This Month name and try to bring it back to life online only. Pretty much my vision would be to have it be very similar to the print magazine, but just no more print magazine. So So yeah, I mean, we worked together for several months to structure an agreement that would allow me to acquire the rights to use the name and acquire the website and all the other associated assets. And yeah, I mean, getting back to your point about the contributors, yeah, we will be going forward with most of the same contributors as the print magazine. So, I mean, a lot of the longtime people that BTM's readers are familiar with, such as Susie Minshew, Joe Slowinski, Bill Hall, Dean Hinnitz, Ron Clifton. I'm probably going to leave out a bunch of them here, so if anybody's listening, I do apologize. But I would say around 90% of the old contributors have agreed to continue writing going forward, so that's definitely great news.
Yeah, absolutely. Now, the name Bill Sempsrott really doesn't ring a lot of bells in the bowling industry, but you've got a fairly long background.
Yeah, so I guess I'm a relative unknown to most people in the bowling industry. So, I'm from Cincinnati, Ohio, so I'm fairly well known, at least locally here, as a bowler. I've been bowling for about 20 years. Started when I was pretty young, probably 11, 12 years old, something in that vicinity. As far as bowling industry goes, I do have a little bit of experience in the bowling industry in recent years. I'm actually one of the developers of the Powerhouse Blueprint software tool. So hopefully, at least some of your listeners are familiar with that tool. It's basically a computer program that lets you simulate ball motion and see how different layouts affect the mass properties of the ball and how the ball will roll on different oil patterns. So that's really my only involvement in the bowling industry, and it's mostly been kind of in a behind the scenes role. I partnered up with Ebonite International on that software tool about 3 or so years ago, and they've kind of been the face of that as far as selling it and marketing it goes. And I've just kind of been the guy sitting behind the computer doing the software work. But I guess in doing that, I kind of got the itch to do some other entrepreneurial things. So really, when I heard about Bowling This Month and started exploring that opportunity, it seemed like maybe that was the next thing for me to do to dip my toes in the water a little bit further.
Now, did you ever bowl the hoinky?
I did bowl the hoinky a lot. I mean, growing up, that was obviously the big thing,
yes.
Not just locally here in Cincinnati, but really across the whole country. So I live maybe about half an hour or so from Western Bowl, or what used to be Western Bowl. I guess it has a slightly new name now. It's under new ownership. But yeah, the hoinky, the super hoinky, was also, of course, a very exciting week in Cincinnati. Anyone that remembers being at the super hoinky back in the 90s would probably have some good stories to tell you. But definitely, yeah, that was a big part of the Cincinnati bowling scene for many years.
What is hoinky?
I'm sorry?
What is it? Is it hoinky or boinky?
Hoinky, as in Irv Hoinky.
Oh, I thought it was like a bowling tournament, hoinky tournament or something.
It is.
Oh, okay.
Okay, that's just the producer. You just have to don't mind
a
him.
Non-bowler.
You don't mind who's behind the curtain there.
All right, so we can get a teaser of the current Bowling This Month online. When does this whole system roll out?
Yeah, so right now, if people go to bowlingthismonth.com, you can kind of see a preview of what the site's going to look like, how it's going to look and feel. But right now, everything's pretty much open access. You can access all the articles and ball reviews that are up there currently, which is just a very small fraction of what we'll have eventually. But I'm working behind the scenes right now to set up all the all the systems to accept subscription orders via credit card online, and control the access to the articles so that only subscribers can access them. And I'm really targeting next Monday, so that would be March 31st as the official launch date of the magazine. And as of right now, knock on wood, I think I'm in pretty good shape to accomplish that. So March 31st.
Okay, and the subscription rate is going to be how much?
That's a good question. It's going to be roughly the same as what the old print magazine was. So it was $42 a year. It's definitely not going to be more than that. I haven't actually 100% decided on what the official annual subscription rate's going to be, but it won't be more than $42 a year. And I guess the important message to all the current or former BTM subscribers is that if you had any time remaining on your print magazine subscription when when the magazine stopped being published, you will be able to access the new website for free for however many months you had left. And I still need to contact everyone on that. I'm working through filtering out the database and getting all the information I need to send out both an email blast as well as a direct mail blast to the people who I don't have the email addresses for. But all the current subscribers will be getting something from me soon that tells you how to get access to your free trial to fulfill the remaining months on your BTM subscription.
Yeah, that was kind of the gorilla in the room of, I know a lot of people would want an answer to that, so you've handled it already, so that's great.
Well, yeah, I mean, I've handled it, but I think the communication has been a bit lacking, unfortunately. I think it's kind of a delicate topic, I guess, with the transfer of ownership. I think a lot of people are unaware that it's even changed hands, unfortunately. But hopefully, going forward, we can get that message out and try to take care of the old subscribers as much as we can.
Yeah, that's why we're here today. Now, on the website, I noticed that a few of the recent issues are available in the archives. Once you subscribe, are all of the old issues going to be available?
So yeah, you're right. Right now, I think I've got most of the content from, I want to say, October and November of 2013 posted. Over time, I'm going to be adding more. So there are several thousand articles and several thousand ball reviews that we were able to get permission from the original contributors to post on the new site. So as you can imagine, that's going to be a huge job to get those uploaded. So the plan is for me to just do, I'm thinking a few of those per week are going to kind of trickle out onto the website. So it's going to take a long time, and there's a lot of content there to filter through, and I don't want to take stuff that's no longer relevant and post it. So I'm going to have to kind of work with the writers to determine which ones are still very relevant today. And over time, that's going to grow into a very big, very valuable archive of bowling knowledge, hopefully.
Right, and as you are aware, being in the bowling community, word does spread rather quickly, and kind of the word of mouth. So even as I posted this morning on my Facebook, and then Jeff Riegels reposted on his blog, and I'm sure he did that because of Bowling This Month. So I think you're probably going to see a pretty good groundswell rather than just a trickle.
Yeah, I really hope so. I do appreciate the help I've been getting from everyone. I mean, Jeff in particular, I know he's made several posts on his blog, kind of following the developments of not just Bowling This Month, but also the BTM tournament this year. So yeah, I mean, every little bit helps, and I need all the help I can get. Trust me. So I appreciate the help of guys like you and Jeff and everyone else that helps get the word out in the bowling community.
So you mentioned another big word, the BTM tournament. So it's back, and it'll be in Reno.
Yes, so the BTM tournament is back. If anyone makes their way out to the Grand Sierra this year, they'll see a familiar face, Rick Ramsey. So Rick was the tournament director of the BTM and the 1-2-3 for many years, back when it was owned by Elaine Merenstein's company. So I guess when Rick heard about the demise of BTM, he pretty much immediately started trying to get himself set up to continue the tournaments in some form. So yeah, he's actually running 3 tournaments this year at the Grand Sierra. One of them is going to be called the BTM, just like it was in the past. It's going to be a 3-game tournament instead of a 4-game tournament. But other than that, it's pretty much mostly the same as what it's been in the past. And it does have an $8,000 clean block pot that you get entered into automatically with your singles entry. So if anyone wants more information about that tournament, you can get a hold of me, but you're probably better off talking to Rick. I think Rick's very active on Facebook with keeping people up to date on the tournament. And then as well, there's 2 additional tournaments, the Above180.com Classic, which looks and feels a lot like the old 1-2-3 tournament. And then there's a 9-pin no-tap tournament sponsored by InsideBowling.com. So all 3 of those are right there at the Grand Sierra. So I hope people make their way out there and do some bowling when they're in Reno.
Now, the Grand Sierra is what used to be the old MGM with the bowling lanes downstairs. Most of the bowlers, when they get to Reno, pretty much are just downtown. Is there an easy way to get out to Grand Sierra this year to bowl?
Yeah, I mean that's been a problem in recent years. Certainly, is a lot more people are staying downtown. More and more people are not getting rental cars due to the convenience and the location of the bowling stadium. I guess what I've always done, I always get a taxi. It's a very cheap taxi ride. I don't want to quote an exact number, but it's less than $10 each way, if I'm remembering correctly, to get a taxi. And I've been hearing rumors online, and as far as I know, these are just rumors. But a lot of people are saying that you can get a shuttle from the tri properties out to the Grand Sierra. But like I said, that's just what I'm reading online. I guess that's something you can check with the tri properties hotels. But people are saying that they're being pretty cooperative about shuttling people back and forth to the Grand Sierra.
Okay, so that takes care of that. So you can get out there and shoot 2 or 3 tournaments while you're out there then. So one more thing to do. The website, bowlingthismonth.com, you can still read this month's free edition and kind of go back and read a couple of original articles by Bob Somerville.
Yeah, so to me, that's one of the really exciting things, is just getting the opportunity to bring back to life some of that really old content that hasn't been available in a long time. And as longtime BTN readers know, Bob Somerville wrote a very good article series called Off the Top of My Head, where he just kind of gave his opinion on what was going on in the industry at the time. And they were very popular, and a lot of times Bob was right on the money with his comments. And even today, as I filter through all the content I've got here in front of me, it's really interesting to go back and look at some of those old articles. And those are some of the many articles I'm hoping to get posted on the website over time here as I get my feet under me.
Okay, Bill, listen, appreciate you coming on, and we'll be talking to you, I guess, when the big launch.
There you go, Monday.
Oh. Great. Well, thanks a lot, guys. I appreciate you having me.
All right,
okay.
Take care now.
Bye-bye now. Let's take a quick break. We'll be right back.
You shake my nerves and you rattle my brain. Too much of love drives a man insane. You broke my will, but what a thrill. Goodness gracious, great balls of fire.
Do you or someone you know own a bowling center? Are you thinking about remodeling? Are you going to be changing your scoring system? Then 12 Strike, the gold standard in automatic scoring solutions with automation and graphics, with over 300 exciting 2 and 3D still graphics and animations for league and open play. The animated 3D graphics appear to jump more than 6 inches off the screen, activated by strike, spares, and other bowling scenarios. 12 Strike Bowling Services has produced automatic scoring products internationally since 1989. 12 Strike has been the innovative leader in the scoring industry. Together with Seidel Research, 12 Strike offers bowling center proprietors the edge they need to stay ahead of the competition. Our 2010 12 Strike scoring system uses the latest version of Central Desk Pro, point of sale, and back office software that has now been integrated into the single computer running under Microsoft Windows 7 environment. To learn more about scoring, make product inquiries, or obtain pricing details by emailing us at sales@12strike.com or by calling 562-984-6240. We now have furniture for your bowling center at great low prices.
Joint pain, arthritis, osteoarthritis, and degenerative joint disease do not discriminate. Painful arthritis strikes 1 in 5 adults, children, and also our furry friends. Protect our joints and let's take care of your pets too. Lubricin is all natural, oral, hyaluronic acid, which is produced in your body naturally. It helps to support your joint fluid, but as you age, your natural levels drop, thus needing help to lubricate our joints. Well, animals are the same, so let's help them out so they can feel great too. Go to Lubricin.com, Lubricyn, or call 800-901-8498 and use promo code TAMPA for 15% off. ParadiseTeaTimes.com is your fastest and easiest online booking website around. Locally owned and operated, they offer hundreds of tea times in these Florida areas: Tampa Bay, Sarasota, Bradenton, and Orlando. With no membership dues or booking fees, you get to spend your money where it counts, playing golf. ParadiseTeaTimes.com is giving you 5% rewards for every tea time booked. And sign up today to receive $20 rewards credit. That's right, just for signing up today. $20 rewards credit. Check out our website for courses, members events, hotel accommodations, stay and play, plus a chance to win free golf. Golfing at your fingertips is ParadiseTeaTimes.com.
Dunedin Lanes offers a full-service family bowling center and is located at 405 Patricia Avenue in Dunedin. They feature 24 lanes with the latest in computerized scoring and children's bumpers available on every lane. Check out their Cosmic Bowling Nights on Friday from 9:30 p.m. to 12:30 a.m. and on Saturdays 9:30 p.m. till midnight, which offers a state-of-the-art light and sound system for your enjoyment. Hey, moms and dads, Dunedin Lanes offers family night out specials every Saturday, 7 till 9 p.m. Looking for somewhere to get a good meal at a great price? Then the Chatterbox Restaurant is the place. Any questions, you can contact them at 727-736-1282 or go to DunedinLanes.com on the web. That phone number again, 727-736-1282. Dunedin Lanes.
Get fit, have fun, make friends at Core Total Fitness, located on US 19 in Newport Richey. Come celebrate your fitness with us. Core offers a full group exercise schedule. Zumba, yoga, spin, and specifically designed classes for mature adults. Splash in our pool or relax in the sauna and jacuzzi. As a member, you will receive a free personal training session with a Life Center exercise physiologist. We have free Wi-Fi and coffee in our cafe, and we're family friendly with a supervised kids zone. So stop by Core Total Fitness today at US 19 Newport Richey. Or call us 727-264-8998. Mention you heard us here and receive a free VIP 1-week pass.
Countryside Lanes, they have new owners now, John Laspina, and we're actually making a lot of new changes to the bowling center. And for all of you who don't know where it's at, the address is 27867 US Highway 19 North, Clearwater, Florida 33761. Right now, we're actually going to be taking out the monitors and putting in flat screen monitors, and we're going to be changing a lot of things around in the bowling center. We are offering Bowling 2.0. We're giving away free bowling and free bowling lessons, and I'm actually the head coach of the program. Right now, we are doing 3 different groups. We have adults, seniors, and family. This is their 5th bowling center. They have most of their bowling centers in New York.
And it is a beautiful facility. They've got a wonderful restaurant, bar, everything in there. Definitely check it out if you have not. Wonderful place for the family. Wonderful place for an evening out, whether it be date night or guys' night or girls' night out. Definitely check it out. And like you say, take up Ashley on her opportunity to get free lessons and free bowling. It's like anything else. If you know how to do it properly, it is a lot more fun.
And if you are interested in signing up, just call the bowling center up, 727-796-8100, and just tell them you want to sign up for one of the Bowling 2.0 programs. And we actually just started our merchant program, too.
And what about the website?
It's countryside-lanes.net, and we also have a fan page.
My name is Matt Cannizzaro. I'm the USBC Open and Women's Championships Media Relations Manager, and when I have to give out news to the bowling world, I do it on the Let's Go Bowling Show.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed, and the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare looked them bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there.
My name is Matt Cannizzaro. I'm the USBC Open and Women's Championships Media Relations Manager, and when I have to give out news to the bowling world, I do it on the Let's Go Bowling Show.
Unbelievable, Bill.
I didn't know you could sing that well, Ken.
Unbelievable.
Wow.
Let's go out to the phone lines, and I'm sure that's what you hear for the team
We
event,
start
right?
every team event just like that.
Matt, welcome to Let's Go Bowling.
How's it going this week, guys?
Good.
Hey,
Are you all
absolutely.
set? After hearing that, you're all fired up?
I'm ready to go twice a day. Let's go. Team bowlers, get on the lanes.
There you go. All right, I'm going to perpetuate the myth a little bit. I guess the lane men heard, hey, there's a group coming in from Milwaukee today, so let's fix up those lanes so they can score good, huh? Wrong Milwaukee.
But this year it seems to be the secret Oregon shot, to be honest.
Yeah, the Milwaukee, Oregon.
That's right. So those guys, they were on our live stream broadcast and on the schedule, and as we posted the Facebook event, and people started asking, who is Craig Tucholsky? Even guys who were on tour during that time, they just they didn't remember, they didn't know, and now they do. Craig Tucholsky, formerly exempt on the PBA tour a few years back, they came out on the live stream broadcast and made a great run at the lead in the team event. Came up just a little bit short, only shot 33-19, but that gave them a great head start, momentum heading into doubles and singles, and they certainly kept on going. Ryan Lossley and Tim Myers ended up with the regular doubles lead, and those were the two guys. First game of the broadcast, they struggled a little bit and figured it out and really finished strong, but they carried that over to doubles and singles. They took the doubles lead with 13-43 and just edged out their own teammates, Kathy Tribby and Wade Reese, at 13-42, Joe Lipon and Nick West at 13-11, and then Jody Reese and Evan Nash 13-05. So they rewrote the double standings completely, and previous leader was 13-18, and then 3 of their 4 teams are in the top 10 in team all events. So if you didn't know who these Oregon Northwest bowlers were before, certainly you know all about the Oregon Bowlers Association now. So they had a great couple of days, and they are on the map officially.
Yeah, I'm going to have to recheck that video and find out what lanes they were on, so see if I can pull enough strings to get there. Maybe that'll help me shoot over 550 anyway.
Yeah, they certainly, if you're going to watch the team and watch strategy, certainly they're the ones. They did everything to their game plan. They broke the lanes down exactly how they wanted to. They stuck with it. They played together. They were laid back. They had a good time, and it paid off the whole way. Everything just seemed to fall in place for them. They battled a few 7-10s early, and that could have been the difference. But they bowled great throughout. They helped each other, picked each other up when they needed to, and a true team effort and a great 2-day performance out of them.
Now, Matt, that Milwaukee, that's with K-I-E and not K-E-E, correct?
That is correct. They also the home of Dave Husted, I believe.
Right, exactly. So I thought Bill might have just missed that. Otherwise, he would have known it wasn't in Wisconsin.
Yeah, well, Laneman, Milwaukee sounds like Milwaukee, doesn't it? So back in the 60s and 70s, that was the myth of how the lanes were always fixed up when bowling headquarters was just outside of Milwaukee, and they favored their bowlers, we thought back then.
Oh, it's certainly still the myth, but these guys disproved that easily.
So, 3 new 50-year members. So
yes,
and they didn't shoot too bad.
No, absolutely. Michael Weiser. It was fun to watch him in the team event. He was we watched his entire last game, and he was clean for 6-0, and feeling pretty good about that. Went and had a drink and a cigar to celebrate afterwards, and always fun to hang out and spend time with these gentlemen, just because they have so many good stories from over the years. Their families also with good stories of traveling on spring break and when they were kids. But yes, 3 gentlemen added their names to the short list of 50-year bowlers: Richard Bliss, Val Medix Sr., and Michael Weiser. So the group now is at 169, with a few more to go this year.
Now, did you say a clean 600, 603?
Well, the last game was clean for sure.
Oh, okay.
That's what we lost, but a lot of spares in there.
Yeah.
Now, Matt, listening to some of these stories these guys are telling you which I'm sure they're just unbelievable. You're not recording them, are you?
Only on paper, and then for Bull.com.
Yeah, it'd be great to maybe put a little recorder in there and record the actual stories. And I'm sure these guys can't put those stories together. And I always try to talk to the people because things you forget once you leave and you leave the world, those memories go with you in those stories. And there's so many great stories out there that people I'm sure are interested in listening to and hearing.
Certainly, and we try to pull out the bits and pieces and the best parts, but you wouldn't believe some of these guys. They swear like sailors, and they had some fun over the years, absolutely. So,
Well,
always a good time.
Well, even look at one of the little pieces of info you have on Val Medich. Not only a 50-year USBC tournament, but he's bowled 50 Petersons. I mean, that could fill a book just on stories from that alone.
These guys, they're dedicated. That's what they're all about. It's camaraderie, and depending on where you come from, like the Peterson in the Chicago area, also a great tradition there. But certainly he was there with his son and his daughter, and it was a good family time, and we see that a lot with fathers and sons especially.
Now, Matt, before we let you go, there was another big news that you sent out about the 900 series. Another one bowled. Is that correct?
That is correct. It was in Delaware. Todd James, small 14-lane center, and he just drove over from Maryland, which is about a 30-minute drive, and he's been bowling on this center since 2009 when it opened. And just a nice guy. Had a great night, and now he's in the record books.
Yeah, that's kind of a super sub, all right, for you. Comes out and bowls like that.
His longest streak previous was 20 in a row, so that goes to show you just don't know. I know Chris Aker, I talked to him about it, and he never threw that many, and he threw was 36, 41 strikes in a row. He had 5 practice shots, and he came late, and there were strikes, left-hander, Bill, and then he shoots the 900. But he never threw 41 in any type of open play or anything in a row, that many.
Well, the funny thing about Todd was that they were talking more about the strike jackpot that night. There was 2 guys who had a shot at it going into the 8th frame of the last game, and you needed to get the 9th one and the 12th one in order to get the strike jackpot. So he walked up there with nothing but strikes up to the 8th frame and had to deliver the last 4 to get that. And a lot of people stuck around, and I think you might have been more excited about that. It's a big deal at that bowling center than the 900, but certainly a lot of motivation there, and nice to see him finish that off.
Well, Matt, listen, we appreciate you coming on. We'll be talking to you next week, and I know there's going to be a lot more great news and great scores.
Absolutely, gentlemen. I appreciate it.
Okay, bye-bye
right,
now.
Take care.
Hi, Bill. Another show. We missed a lot of other news, but...
Had a lot of good conversation.
Don't forget PBA this Sunday.
I think it's 5 o'clock, so a little bit later this week. Maybe some of the basketball games on ahead of it.
All right, GoBowlingShow.com. We'll see everybody next week.